I walk on the track and this is what I see. Everybody stops there staring at me. I got my tacked up and I'm not afraid to show it and break it and show it and break it. Oh. And that's Anyways, so I got to school late and everything. And basically, okay, they had these leaf blowers out because it was just starting to be fall, and all these leaves were blowing. Exactly. Thank you for the background music, Bob. So dramatic. Okay, so basically, the leaf blowers were like blowing and everything. All the leaves are blowing in the wind. It's so dramatic, swampy ground. And so I come out because I'm going to school late, and I come out doing this. Sexy movie star moment. You're watching GoTarryn TV, and this is my BFFF in boy form, Bob. Baby, I'm ready to go. Baby, I'm ready to go.
Hey everybody, happy Saturday, September the 6th. Welcome to today's GoTarryn TV show. This is Taryn the Traveling Trainer here with you, and hope you're having a nice weekend so far. And got a busy day wrapped up here, training clients, but in between, just wanted to get a chance here to talk to you, wish you a happy weekend, and just connect here with one of my video blogs. And today's video blog is going to be regarding someone else's blog that they did online on a website called Spark People Blogger, and it's a new blogging website that I've been checking out and just reading. I found it very interesting, actually, and specifically this article, which is a subject that a lot of you know that I've been on a soapbox about, and kind of in the crusade of keeping the integrity of personal training industry still highly regarded, and that's very important. You know, it's definitely something that needs to be visited and revisited, and unfortunately the personal training industry as we know it today is not regulated, not licensed in any way, and again, that is something that yours truly, Taryn the Traveling Trainer, is on a crusade to change, and we need to make it just as stringent as the medical field. I am a firm believer of that, and you know, personal training in my own philosophy is preventative maintenance, preventative wellness and health maintenance for the body, and physically that's, you know, again, very important. You know, you go to a doctor and you go to the hospital, you go see them, they're kind of the people that fix you, you know, whatever illness you have or ailment, they're usually the ones that you go see to fix the problem, give you some medicine or what have you. Now, as far as personal training goes, fitness, exercise, the reason why you see someone like a GoTarryn personal trainer is to keep you from that condition, to keep you at your optimum health and wellness, and of course fitness. So having said that, I wanted to share this article with you because I thought it was very insightful, and the article is by someone by the name of Nicole Nichols. That's a pretty interesting name, almost as interesting as Taryn the Traveling Trainer. And the title of her article is entitled 6 Scary Truths About Personal Trainers. Now let me preface this by saying, before I even go into the video blog itself, it is scary. There's a million personal trainers out there, and especially in the greater Atlanta area, there's millions of them. It's just heavily saturated with very much unqualified personal trainers. And what I mean by that, you're going to see personal trainers here in the Atlanta area with these fly-by-night online certifications, or you know, the one that I always pick on people for is not having the degree. Of course, in my book, that is the most important prerequisite, is having a degree, and the experience factor too. You know, a lot of fitness centers that I've been at, you know, you have someone who's the fitness instructor or trainer, and they call themselves a trainer, and they have no background or hours or experience, and they're just in there training clients. Kind of scary, folks, especially from a liability standpoint, but more importantly for myself, is that it's just going to destroy the whole integrity of the personal training industry and its whole value. So anyway, having said that, here goes. Let's start it off and tell you the 6 scary truths about personal trainers. I'm going to go ahead and start with number 1. my industry is not well regulated, and that is number one above all else. And as Nicole points out in the article, it's not well regulated. Anybody can be a personal trainer. You watching right now can go ahead and call yourself a personal trainer. You can go into most fitness centers, at least here in the greater Atlanta area, apply to be a personal trainer, and unfortunately a lot of times these places will hire you on the spot because ultimately in their short-term thinking there's nothing to lose, you know, especially if they're just paying you on a commission base. And if you're an independent contractor, you know, they don't have any overhead, they've got no labor to take care of having you under their wing. But what they don't see is the long-term cause and effect. That's, you know, again, if you don't have a degree, if you're not having an exercise science degree, especially, much less any degree, I don't know how that can qualify anybody to call themselves a personal trainer. Now, number two, I got my certification over the weekend. Yeah, unfortunately, you see this a lot, folks. Especially, I'm not going to pick on you know, certain gyms and call them out here in the Atlanta area, but I will say that gyms like LA Fitness or Lifetime Fitness, some of these fitness centers will bring on anybody. Again, they can have maybe a high school education as its prerequisite, and at the very least maybe a year as an experienced fitness professional, like they try to call themselves, or an athlete, and they'll bring you on and they'll put you on a 90-day probation time where they'll try to put you there through their own certification, and you know, then again license you as a personal trainer. And it's just a joke because again, number one, there is no licensure, and number two, with the certification, you know, they call themselves like there is actual something called the LA Fitness Personal Training Certification. And how I know this, I've got several friends who have gone through this route, and I've encouraged them not to. And what I would encourage people, anybody watching out there, especially again if you're in Atlanta, there are some really top-notch, stringent fitness centers that take it very seriously on who they hire with personal trainers. Number one, I like to recognize Wellbridge. They manage the Concourse Athletic Club. And number two, they also manage the Athletic Club Northeast. Yours truly, Taryn the Traveling Trainer, had experience working with both of those clubs, and I can tell you from my experience, they were the cream of the crop. They don't mess around. Your top prerequisites just to get in there as a personal trainer, in fact, are not only to be degreed with an exercise science or a relevant degree such as sports medicine or kinesiology, but also to have several years of practical experience to pass a practical test with shadowing, and then they put you on a 90-day probationary time to observe your personal training skills and techniques and ensure that it matches their philosophy. So I highly commend them on doing a wonderful job with promoting, you know, the personal training integrity. Another fitness center in the Atlanta area, Midtown Athletic Club, I've checked them out, haven't worked for them, but have talked to a lot of very smart, key executive people that work there at that fitness center, and I could say that they look like they do a really good job. And again, I'm just saying that as an outside observer because I've seen what they ask for when they're interviewing for personal trainers, and I think that they do, again, like I said, a really good job of keeping it, you know, maintained very well. And there are other fitness centers in Atlanta. I hate to leave anybody else out, but you know, pretty much anywhere you catch this guy or my team of GoTarryn personal trainers, you know that GoTarryn personal training always upholds the integrity of having a nationally accredited, certified personal trainer. That's why I take my interns under my wing, and I highly encourage them to go with their nationally accredited certifications. You had Chase, you have Lee, both of whom have their ACSM certification, which is one of the top best of the short list of being nationally accredited, certified, and recognized. Now, yours truly, Taryn the Traveling Trainer, Cooper Institute, another wonderful nationally accredited certification. Majority of other trainers out there, and if you have a personal trainer that you work with right now, I'd highly encourage you to ask your trainer what personal training certification they have, and then look it up. Go to the NOCA.org website to look and see if it's recognized as nationally accredited cert. Now, number three, actually, I'm not certified at all, and that kind of ties in with number two. You don't have to be certified to be a personal trainer. There's no law or regulation. Again, it's not like a police officer is going to come over and check and say, hey, I just saw a transaction here. You were just training that person. Let me see your personal training certification. Because they're not going to. There's nothing against the law of any type, to be a personal trainer. So what I mean by that is that, let's use an example. Again, it's not too far-fetched, but let's say you go to a medical office and the doctor practices medicine, prescribes you medicine or performs a procedure on you. And again, not much different than a personal trainer, because personal trainers are supposed to be prescribing exercise programs as part of their job requirement. And unfortunately, there's just no law against it. There's no regulation. There's no licenses that are checked at all to see if anybody's a certified personal trainer. So there you have it. If you want to be a personal trainer, go for it. You don't need to be certified, unfortunately. And that's what we're on the crusade to change. Number 4, I have no experience. Kind of ties back and loops back to number 1 and number 2. I told you that you want to look at your trainer's experience to make sure that they have some good experience. Now, it's not too fair to the younger people and say, well, you don't have any experience at all. So in my book, here's the answer to that. It's kind of like the old philosophy of, well, how are you supposed to get experience if nobody will get the opportunity? And Tarryn Traveling Trainer is all about opportunity. I would rather have a 20-year-old college degreed exercise physiologist who has just gotten their nationally accredited personal training certification. I'd rather have someone like that work for me or as my trainer over a experienced personal trainer who's been doing it for a while, who has no degree at all and also has no personal training certification, much less a nationally accredited certification. And that's just the way that it is. Again, it's basically like having said like this: would you rather have an inexperienced medical doctor who went through the MCATs and went through the residency and all of the postgraduate studies that goes through with becoming a medical doctor work on you? Or would you rather have that guy who's been around for 25 years, knows what they're doing, never went to medical school, didn't take the MCATs, doesn't have a residency on their resume, but hey, they're going to work on you. Same kind of analogy right there, folks, in my book. So there you have it on that. Number 5, we're getting towards the end here. I can't believe it. I'm going to put your health, body, and life at risk. That's kind of scary right there. Liability, folks. And again, all personal trainers should have, at a minimum, a $1 million liability policy on them. If they don't, check them out. I guarantee you will find a lot of these trainers who don't have a liability insurance. Now, as a tangent side note, for fitness centers, if you're at a major chain, and even some small mom-pop gyms, they'll usually carry them under their own umbrella of their corporate liability insurance. So, for example, yours truly, that I manage several corporate gyms. I never had to have personal liability insurance when I was a personal trainer for Coke or for AT&T, for any other corporate entity that I worked for, because I was covered under their liability. But if there's someone like a Tarryn the Traveling Trainer who represents them as an independent personal trainer, I highly recommend you check out where their liability insurance is with, because that's a very, very big area of concern of personal trainers that just don't get it. And let's see here, a little final one, number 6, and it says, just because I have a great body or doesn't mean I'm qualified to train you. So, again, what that's getting to is, with people that look like some muscle heads in LA Fitness with a big biceps and such. And again, I don't mean to pick on LA Fitness folks, but they're just the easiest target. Don't just go by that. Again, if you're interviewing for a personal trainer and you want the best of the best, here's what you do. In a nutshell, I'm going to review all 6 of them again just for you. You want to make sure that they have their degree. You want to make sure that they also have a nationally accredited certification. You want to also make sure that they have their liability insurance. Experience, I kind of give some leeway on that. Again, if they're doing it and they've gone through the prerequisites, then you know that their integrity and their passion is there. So give them a chance, okay? They, might not match you chemistry-wise, but or personality-wise, you know what I'm getting at. But just give them a chance if they've got the degree and the nationally accredited certification. And then again, if they're a big muscle head and they look like they know what they're talking about, always check their credentials. Very, very important. Okay, folks? So that's a great article. It's published on all of my social media feeds. I sent it out on Hootsuite earlier, I think it was yesterday or so. So if you're on any of my social media feeds, you can see it there. But again, the name of the blogging site it's from is called sparkpeople.com. And I'll just show you a little bit the title of it. So again, here it is right here, 6 Scary Truths About Personal Trainers by Nicole Nichols. And very good article. I couldn't agree with it more. And these articles are going to be coming out to you more frequently. Be on the lookout from GoTarryn Traveling Trainer. I'm going to be getting more information on it to you, so that way you have it and you can stay well informed and well educated as well. Because anybody that knows me knows that that's what my nitpickiness comes from, is that I'm always crazy about that. Alright folks, so anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video blog. Hope you enjoyed, hope you found it something insightful, and share it with someone you might know. And you know what, looks like I'm getting here to the final destination. So before I let you go, let me say I wish you well with the rest of your weekend. Whatever you're planning to do, be careful out there, drive safely, and try to get your workouts in. To keep up with GoTarryn, you can do the following. Please make sure to go to www.gotarryn.tv, add that website as a favorite to your browser, and bookmark it today. You can also go to facebook.com/GoTarryn, hit the like button. Go to twitter.com/GoTarryn and follow me there, as well as subscribing to my videos by going to www.youtube.com/GoTarryn. So do all the following and you will be all ready to go. And I'm ready to go now, so let me go ahead and finish off by giving you the most electrifying phrase in the personal training industry. And that is that with GoTarryn Personal Training and GoTarryn Traveling Trainer, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Happy weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.